Right, so I guess this is a another follow-up or an extension of what I just posted about the value of wisdom. I know some years back when I was thinking about this subject, I was thinking about what could be like the best way to get knowledge out. Not not just any knowledge, but the necessary knowledge, like the knowledge that is needed. And the knowledge that is needed is not exactly one piece of information for everybody. It's not one size fits all. It's largely based off of who needs what and why. Uh, and the closest thing I can think of, as far as like, I don't know how to label this, closest way to generalize this idea is the best answer is written in the form of a question, or the best answer is hidden in mystery. Because it's like the old saying, right? You can bring a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink it. Now, I've said this several times, like, I swear, you can ask anybody who knows me. Maybe not anybody, but a couple people. The horse knows, like, it's water. Unless the horse is suffering from some sort of disorder that affects its cognitive functions, when the horse is in front of water and it feels thirsty, it'll drink it. If it don't, it'll die. But at some point, like it's gonna have to drink it in order to make it to a stage where it's old enough, or when you for you to bring it to water to test this theory. So metaphorically, analogously, similarly, the concept that I have is, or the comparison that I make is, if an individual possesses the intellectual capacities required to comprehend, then I can't make you understand. Like, that's up to you. If you know, if you can figure it out, it's up to you to figure it out. I can tell you all day, but it means nothing. Like, now, like the horse with the water, the horse ain't drinking until the horse wants to drink it, for whatever reason that might be. So for the individual who can understand, they'll understand when they're ready, or they'll try to understand when they're ready. Or maybe they won't necessarily be ready for the information because of this thing called cognitive dissonance, for example, but maybe when the itch is intense enough, they'll try to scratch it. And the itch can be the quest for the answer. The quest for the answer will be represented by the effort and the attempt to understand, to resolve, to solve by method, by way of exercising one's intellectual capacities. And so, for that reason, I mean, there may be some situations where this does not apply, but you, everybody, I think, at some point has given advice to somebody that they know, regardless of the capacity of the relationship. You've offered somebody some words that you thought were wise, and they did not follow you. They didn't listen, and maybe they ate the dust. They burned. They were burned by the fire. But some people, you could tell them straight out, like, "Hey, this is what I think. That's not a good idea, or this is a good idea. And they do it. Like, you don't need to hide it in mystery, but that's for those who are ready. Like those, that's for those who are right there. Like, they're on the edge. They've been wanting to know. And they've spent enough time thinking to get to a point where everything they thought led them up to a point where they were ready to hear it straight up. Other than that, it's got to be hidden. Like it's got to be stated in the form of a question, and it's got to be stated as a riddle. It's got to be hidden in mystery. Like the person has to want to try to figure it out. Like what the hell does that mean? Like, huh? So think about it. So think about the question. And what could that question possibly be related to? And then maybe it'll click. Now, for whatever reason, I can't think of a way to better elaborate this point, but so therefore I don't know exactly where to take this. But yeah, I guess maybe that's it. Maybe that's all I wanted to say was just that the best answer is hidden in mystery. And those who want to know will seek to find out. However, not everyone who shows up will get a piece. Anyways, on to the next one.